If deglobalization leads to high inflation, do emerging market currency have a stronger future than, say, the US dollar or the Japanese yen? Meaning, effects of deglobalization will be more severe in developed markets? No, I would say the opposite. If you're comparing developed markets with emerging markets, most emerging market economies tend to be more open to trade than advanced economies. Either they export manufactured goods, like China and many in Asia, or they export services like India or Philippines, software, offshoring services of one sort or another, or they export oil, energy, and other commodities. Therefore, if it will be in a world of deglobalization, that's going to be more of a negative for emerging market economies that tend to have a higher export and import to GDP ratio. They tend to do a lot of trade. They have more open economies. They have financial flows that are important for them, and those financial flows are going to be restricted in a world where there is less capital mobility and there is more risk off. So everybody is going to be worse off, but I would say emerging markets are going to be more worse off because the last 30 years, some of the economic success of many emerging markets has been driven by globalization. 2.5 billion Chinese and Indians joining the global labor supply, and billions of others in Asia, in Middle East, in Latin America, in Africa doing so. So emerging market frontier economy will be probably the biggest losers from a process of deglobalization, of reshoring, of fragmentation of the global economy, of decoupling with the US and China, and of protectionism that restricts the ability of emerging markets to sell their goods, their services, their commodities to advanced economies. There'll be more south-to-south trade, but that's not going to be substitute for south-to-north trade, and therefore deglobalization is bad for all, but is especially bad for emerging markets that have been the biggest beneficiary from globalization. Final question, I have another one. How will preferred